Hello, hello. All right. So we are at Norfolk Grave, which, oh man, you can almost see it down there. Norfolk Grave is one of the early quests. It is guiding you towards creating the new human seed pod. Now, I did log in earlier, in order to check. They dropped a new patch recently, and I wanted to make sure that it was going to cooperate. I'm going to take a variety of objects. I'm going to take a lot of batteries. I don't think I'm going to need that much cable. Actually, I think I am going to need that much. No, I think I can carry that much cable without worrying, particularly after I use up all of my ammo, which may or may not be necessary. I'm not going to bother with the grenades or with the rifle try. All right, you are my backup battery. My backup to the backup battery. I have another one upstairs. Nope. Have that. Okay, you're turned off. You're turned off. Just reorienting myself. I logged in this morning with another playthrough in order to get a sense of what was going on, because I wanted to make sure that the upgrade or the patch notes had not messed anything up. I am overweight, probably on account of all of the bullets. All right. My guess is that I'm going to end up using all of those batteries. Or, my guess is I'm going to end up using all of those batteries. I can always dump something. So Norfolk Grave is an underwater location. You want to be very mindful of the map as you come here, because it will, it's sometimes hard to spot. The angel up ahead is a good indicator that you're in the right place. There's my other battery. All right, so I have the upgraded glow stick as well, but ideally you need to do this during the day. I mean, there's no getting around it. You're really going to have a lot of trouble seeing where you're going, at least in the initial parts, if you're not doing this during the if you're trying to do this at night. Okay. Now, here is me. Here is the building. If you need to descend with the crouch button. Right. You should see yourself going down. I have to hit my crouch button. Now, there's a bunch of stuff around here that if you go all the way down, if your pressure has been upgraded to the point where you can go all the way down, there's a bunch of stuff around here, a lot of memories. There are a lot of spitters. They're the red spitters attached to the building. There is this one here that is protecting the art of war. You can actually get down around it. You don't actually have to interact with these. You can just wiggle right around them. You ready? Here we go. And that is not what we're here for, however. What we are here for, don't go down there. Don't land there. They will spit leeches at you. That's why I have also the, this glow stick kind of glows. You're aiming for this hole. And you need to crouch, hit the crouch button, whatever the crouch button is for you, and that will get you down into this hole. You don't have to deal with these. It's like, did the glow stick die? What's going on here? All right. I should not have put out my glow stick. All right. This is what you're looking at. This is actually an air pocket. These 4 windows here, they refer to a space that has air in it. I am crouching down. I'm being as careful as possible. As always, if you look for robots and glow sticks, you will probably get a sense of where to go. If you tilt up, this took me the longest time the first time. I found it by accident. But there is an opening here in this roof. And if you pop up here very carefully, now you need to jump up. And you have a health station. Now, you're going to be running out your battery very quickly. That is why I brought all of the consumable batteries. And this is going to spawn leeches. So you're going to spray, reload, spray, get, I was forgetting, I was double bouncing that. All right. This is another reason why it is necessary to have batteries, because the leeches are going to get you. All right. You better not. Oh. I'm ignoring you. Some of the blowback must have hit this guy. You can die now. There we go. Where are your little friends? All right. The reason you need to clear some of these things out is that you have to get up and parkour around this area. And so if you do these like this, these are gonna, yeah, I know. It's so unfair. I killed your spawn. I'm disabling your spawn point. All right. How much rifle slam do I have? Are you done? Thank you. You're not done. Get off me. Yes, that's right. Get into the water. Get into the water. All right. Now, this is why this is important. First time I did this, it was brutal on my electricity. All right. You had better not be respawning. Yeah. Okay. What did I just say? All right. I think that's it. So we have a glow stick over here, which is pointing at this area. This is a window. Can't actually get out. We need to pop up here. There you go. Walk up along here. Jump to your left. Over here, this is one where you can't get any kind of running jump, so it's going to be standing jumps. A lot of these are. You're just going to have to jump and press forward. Now, where are we going down here? Okay. We are going actually back to where we were. This is about maneuvering around this pillar. But you can't press forward on this one because there's nowhere to go forward to. So you're going to have to, one thing to note that I should have done earlier, my pressure is at 30 out of 100. So I did not over prep for this too much. See, I've fallen off. I need to double jump. All right. So back to the beginning, jump up here, over to the left, turn to the left, see this, jump up here, turn around in place. I'm going to try this as a standing jump because I don't think I can run in a straight line off of this. There we go. So I hit the jump button twice, but I did not move too forward too quickly. Now I'm going to come over here. Where are we going? Is this the wrong place? Maybe. No. That's what it is. Maybe. There we go. So this looks like a dead end, but you can jump in? You can. Up here. Sounds like we're triggering a beastie, but I don't see. Are you a beastie? Maybe up above or outside the window. That's very disturbing. Okay, so we're looking for this. I'm going to ignore the sound effects for the moment. This has got a bit of width, but it is a jump that I don't like this jump, but this is the way I went last time, so let's give this a try. Aim up. Jump, jump forward at the same time. Alrighty then. Yep, there's the glow stick. This is where we're supposed to be. Alright. Now, this one, let me just check to make sure there's nowhere else to go from here. There's no more up because that is the roof. There's nothing there. The glow stick is there, so it would be standard issue leap of faith. Point up. Run, jump, jump, jump. There we go. And we are across. And up. My battery is not totally dead. Are you spitting leeches on the outside of the building as you can hear me skittering around inside? Because that is hella creepy. You notice I'm not dismantling anything. You are going to need the battery power. All right.
You found it. The PECO terminal here should hold the information we've been searching for. Retrieve the information swiftly. Our path to the Seed Vault will be clear.
All right. We're going to back up. We have another save. We have, speaking of power, and go ahead and increase our... Now, this thing is meant to run off of... You have to bring power cords when you come down here. But you don't have to bring too many. This thing is meant to run off of this battery that they positioned for you. There we go. Now, go ahead and use the PECO terminal. Acquire Seed Vault Prometheus Authorization, the really long one. It's going to say retrieve. Do this first before you break anything down. Coordinate received. Downloading authorization. Download complete. Authorization granted. Have a nice day. And
sanctuary granted to only the finest caretakers. A legacy carefully preserved, waiting just for you.
all right, so I have enough battery power. This is what she's showing us. This is what we've discovered. We are here, and the seed vault is over here. In the way is a beacon that will open up this part of the map, and we may do that on the way there just because it's convenient. Don't do it on the way back because you'll be in a hurry on the way back. So do it on the way out if you're going to do it at all. Now, of the things to take in here, you want this. Aged Lazarus Vial. This has got ultra high-tech scraps. And I'm not overweight, so I'm going to go ahead and grab the loose bits. That is overweight. And I think I can get away with it. What I'm going to do is we're going to pop into our inventory and we are going to drop. Well, first we're going to drop the copper scraps because duh. Wire is usually, okay, wire is plastic and copper. I'm going to drop that as well. I want to keep the aluminum. I want to keep the high-tech scrap. I'm going to drop the biomatter. I'm going to drop the rubber, and I'm going to drop the bioorganic. Well, yeah, I'm going to drop bioorganic. I can get more of that later. All right, so now I'm going to use as many of these as I can. An alternative, if you are starting to lose power, is to turn off the lights and, in fact, I might turn off the lights anyways, and use that battery that we had connected. These consumable batteries have weight to them, so they may be the next thing to get dropped. But I want those extra tech scraps. I do. I want them. That's all there is to it. And now we're going to go back in here really quickly. Put you into the holster. Top me off. There we go. Okay. Completeness sake, we're going to go ahead and turn this off because who cares? These kind of things you can find all over the place as well as some of the others. Now, don't just jump down from here directly because you'll take fall damage. Go ahead and at least parkour back a little ways. I'm going to try and land down here. There we go. And that means I can jump back here. There are other leeches back there, I'm sure of it. Whoops. Oh, hell. You suck. You suck. You suck. I knew I knew you. Get off me. All right, do I want to grab... Are you a... Get off me. Do I want to grab the robot is what I was about to say before I was so rudely interrupted. You have high-tech scraps. We're limited. All right. We are, however, going to dump the bits. Plastic and copper. Yep. All right. So. All right. We're just going to have to keep recharging ourselves as we go. All right. Back into the water. They're ignoring you. We are going over here. Turn around. Go underneath this column, but don't go too far. Mind to the walls. You can see the hole up there. And if you hit the jump button, you will ascend. It's never quite as fast as you think it should be. But that is all you are required to do on Norfolk Grave. Now, if you... All right, where's my boat? There's my boat. Came up too tall. If you want to, you can go back down. You can go deeper. There are memories down at the sort of the base level of those buildings. You can take care of all of the enemies. And go. And if you only have to do one thing while you're down there, aside from getting the Seed Vault authorizations, I would suggest that Lazarus Vial, that tall thing that was in the corner. That was the first thing I wrote down. That is material that it is very, very difficult to find anywhere else. So that is going to be something that you definitely want to keep your hands on. You see our map up here on the boat has been upgraded as well, and we can now see the Seed Vault. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go to the beacon and at least turn that on and get the rest of the map, because you're going to want to do it eventually anyways. But you are essentially moving in a northeastern direction from Lazarus, and you can find the Prometheus Vault. You'll see it when we while up to it. It's tall. It is above water, or there is a piece of it that is above water. So you will see it when you see it. It's not hidden. It's similar to Lazarus. You'll see it on the horizon. Our friend the angel is checking us out, who is making sure that we are obeying all of the rules. That is the angel's purpose. All right. I think in terms of the patch, now, I don't know about any of the error messages that folks were seeing. I suspect that it will be persistent over the course of the next year, that they are making changes to a lot of the elements that have to do with the wind, the water, and the boat, because those are extremely complicated. Oh, I don't actually, hold on a second. I don't actually like this site that I've put on here. I don't like you. All right. That's the end of you. Connect to the pistol. Oh, I have the battery pack on. And I was not connected to it either, but it was possible to... I could have used that if I needed to. Fortunately, it was not an issue. The first time I tried this, I was up and down, up and down. Where am I going? What is going on here? I do not understand. I was flailing around and managed to pop myself up into that air pocket. And when I did, I was like, well, I'm here now. I better sort this out. And it took me, I was down to the dregs of my battery by the time I got off. Getting back to what I was saying, though, about balancing or keeping track of some of these things, the wind, water, and boat mechanics is a massive issue. However, one other thing that I have noticed that is not my favorite thing is the angels are very resource intensive as well. They routinely, when they show up, things kind of get a little wobbly. So I hope that they are keeping track of that as well. Ooh, beautiful. The other thing that happened with the patch that was not noticeable in this recording because the boat was not moving anywhere is that the speeds have just almost been gutted. I run it almost exclusively on electrical because It's such a pain in the butt to be keeping track of my diesel. So I was intending to reserve the diesel for anything that I had to do where I had to get there in a hurry, which is going to come up when we get the first human seeds. But I don't know if that is a viable play style at the moment, because it went from electric giving you, 10 to 19 in terms of speed to electrical giving you 6 to 9 in terms of speed. And that is too slow, even for me. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll just mosey along back and I'll be fine. I'll listen to the pleasant music. I'll watch the waves pass. I'll keep an eye out for the floaters. That's not the problem. The boat is rocking as well, too. Now, we are moving into the northern part of the map, and the northern part of the map has always been notorious for rough waters and for just get used to the fact that your horizon line is going to just jank all over the place. That's deliberate. That's not, I don't know if it's quite this deliberate, but the point is the player versus the environment, and the ocean is part of that environment. And so the wave action is something that has to be taken into account. I don't know how far they're going to get in terms of allowing people to compensate for it, because it is extremely unnerving at times. I'm not prone to motion sickness, but I can imagine somebody who is going to have a lot of trouble with this. So I'm not sure. I do have diesel. It's not like I don't have any diesel. You bother me janking around like that. Let's put you like this. And where's my build? Where are my little boxes? Why do I not have a fuel box? I would have, she says, not having actually done that. Okay. Let's do that instead. That reminds me. I've gotten to the part where I'm starting to open up some of the food, but I'm wondering if you are the super booster. Is there no one after you? Because if I'm going to upgrade my engines, I only want to upgrade them once. I skipped the mid-level. That was my choice. That's not advice I'm necessarily giving anybody. But I seem to have skipped a variety of things. All right. Fabricate cable extender. We're going to do that. And now you're going to do that. Then we are going to have a nice, neat, tidy boat without any bizarre kinks. All right. That was extra. There is absolutely no reason to do that. Okay. That is where I'm going to leave this here, though. Where we go next is going to be that beacon. And I'm going to get started towards it for the end of this, just so you can see what I'm talking about regarding the movement. I also want to check these anchors. See, once the anchor is up out of the water, the anchor should not be janking around like that. It is obviously that stretch of cable has been programmed to react as if the element that draws it up is moving the cable, and as it moves the cable, then the anchor flies a bit. It's not doing that thing where it just, flew off up into the air like it was, twirling a baton, but it's still, I don't think it should be doing that. That worries me. But let's go ahead. So you can see I'm jamming. I don't have a lot of diesel. So I don't want to use my diesel excessively because I'm going to need it. What I may do when I get to the seed vault is start a new save so that I can rewind and wait for them to decide whether this is going to be your basic speed level or if it is going to get any better from here. It's climbing. It's behaving very erratically, almost as if it's not drawing steady power. See, it's up and down and up and down. That is probably a reflection of the roughness of the water. But when I was trying it on another save, I was in very calm waters. So I'm not sure. I'm sure it's probably made worse by the wave action at this point. But you can see we're just started crawling. We've gone from moseying to crawling. It does not help that our little friend has decided to join us as if they've adopted us, I'm sure. Like, seriously, you don't need to follow us the whole way. You can go back to whatever it was that you were doing. I'm okay with that. You see the beacon up there on the horizon. One of them followed me actually on the other save as well and just sort of moseyed along for a little while. Are you leaving? Am I exiting your sphere of influence? Yeah, there we go. No. Do you want me to lead you home? Is that what's going on here? It followed me home. Can we keep it? The other thing that I did notice that I had not had an issue with in the past, even running off of electric, is drift, and the need to course correct on the regular. You can see I'm trying to point it at the beacon, and the boat is kind of correcting, overcorrecting, wandering. I don't know. It ends up, I think that's the wave action. I don't want to say I'm not criticizing. This is observational. I mean, this game is less than 3 months into early access. And so all of the things that they have gotten right have way more than the little bitty bits that are wrong. That said, I have not had any spectacular crashes or anything like that. I think it crashed maybe 3 or 4 times. I think the boat flipped out once. And I suspect that dropping back down to low resolution graphics took the weight off of my system. On the other hand, my GPU is well into the 90s at this moment. Of course, it's raining. That's not helping. FPS is at 55, according to one. Is it? Yeah, it's creeping. Yeah, the other one is saying it's about the same. This kind of rainy weather is a test. The amount of particle effects. Like I say, this is the first time I've had the DLSS and ray tracing enabled. I'm going to be honest, I might go back to medium settings and turn ray tracing off. I know that it's the hot thing, but I kind of don't get it. Maybe my monitor is not good enough for it to matter. I'm on a laptop, it's a really good sized screen, but the laptop is older. I've never had it flake out and refuse to run a game. And I've never had it be at the point where the graphics are so bad that I had to just sort of give up in disgust or anything like that. I'm tempted. Let's see. Let's see what happens if we turn ray tracing off. Ooh, see, this was what I was talking about too. I don't know if I mentioned it in this recording or any others, but if we turn ray tracing on, I don't know if this is meant to be a thing. If you turn ray tracing off, motion blur on, ray tracing on, motion blur jammed itself up to 100% and refused to budge. I almost want to, again, this may be my monitor, but I don't really notice the difference. I wonder if it has a impact on performance. The GPU is a little lower. The average frames per second is a touch lower too. Now there's a difference, if I'm understanding correctly, between ray tracing and DLSS. Because they are two different settings. Some of this is just me encountering this for the first time in a meaningful fashion. I do not usually get this granular. I have left the DLSS at balanced. NVIDIA appears to be enabled. I do have some sort of NVIDIA thing inside the who's it inside the what's it? You know it. You know what I mean, right? But frame generation. All right, I'm gonna have to leave that alone. Because see, this is DLSS frame generation. Maybe it's set to off because it's not something that I can, because I can't change this. So it's like I've got it turned on, but it's not doing it. I don't know. Anyways, I wonder, performance seems to tweak the resolution scale. All right, let's try that and close. I'm also largely indifferent to frame FPS, but I want to have good graphics while at the same time not blowing out my system is what I'm going for. Why are you not turning? Come on, you can do it. I have faith in you. See, I'm way off course. This is ridiculous. And I have to have my hands on, whereas before you could, to a certain degree, set. And, because I'm not going anywhere. That is not new. Sometimes when you're trying to turn, the boat drifts back down to 0 and you're just like, turn, please. Why aren't you turning? Well, it's because the boat is not moving, so there's no reason for it to be turning. Right. Okay, I am going to attempt to get my poor sad little butt over to the beacon sometime before. No, it's too late. It's afternoon. Within the next hour. But I won't make you sit through that. So I'm going to leave that there. And I will see you once we get to the beacon, and we'll go ahead and clear and turn on that beacon. Because there's a lot up in this area that we're going to want to know the location of. And since we're over here anyways, we may as well do the beacon first. Again, if you do decide to do the Seed Vault for Prometheus, do not stop and do the beacon on the way back. You have to go straight back to Lazarus. Do not PECO. Do not collect $200. comment below if you recognize that game. I will see you later. In the meantime, thank you for watching.